Hey guys, it's Bianca from Plan.live.budget. How are you today? Get ready, because I got a story to tell you. Oh my gosh. Like, was I scammed? Was I not? I think so. I think so. Anywho, this is Farmer's Market kit. It is from Leonard Designs. I love like the muted earthy tones in it. Super pretty. I paired it up with random gold foil. Yep. Was using what I had, and that's what I had. So, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the day by day and my storytelling because yeah, it's gonna be a long one, and I can't remember exactly like when the whole scammy thing like started. Hold on, I do have my phone, so I'm just gonna like look that up real quick just so I have accurate dates because I didn't know it was a scam at first when I first was messaging this person. I didn't know it was a scam at first. I thought like, oh, this is really cool, da 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 da, which we'll get into more details. Let's see. Um, so around Monday, okay, and Tuesday I asked. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the day by day. We're gonna start with the scammy thing for Tuesday. So Monday, coffee and breakfast. I picked up the printing order and I realized that I did it wrong. When I sent the printing order, the print job order, basically, I was printing out some savvy challenges over at the UPS store because that was like the closest one when I clicked printing. I guess I don't know about Staples or anything else. Like, I don't know. This one was just closer. So I did it, and on their website it was kind of like tricky. Like, it wasn't like super easy, or I wasn't paying attention. I don't even know. But yeah, when I went to go pick it up, I looked at it, and of course, it was printed front and back. So I had to go through the list that I had made and then, like, had to reprint half of them. So I kept half and had to redo the other half. It's fine, whatever, it's fine. Obviously, my mistake. So now I know to double check, triple check everything. Yes. All right, so um, came home, had some taco salad, and then I had ice cream, which is Sunclit Light oat milk ice cream. It was really good. And then we watched SpongeBob, and then I YouTube binge for a bit, and then I YouTube binge while I was doing the redo printing job thing on the computer. So I just had some, I think it was true crime in the background while I was going through that. And of course, we did work. I did work that day. So Tuesday, when it all started. All right, so for Tuesday, I had coffee and breakfast. Um, I got a message on IG. Someone started following me about like cartoon artwork, right? And on their profile, it had a bunch of different what looked like other people that they turned into a cartoon-ish artwork, and it was kind of like for your business in a way. So you can have like a picture of you, but it's like an artwork, fun cartoon version without showing like your real face if you wanted to. And there was some that had like for nursing, for like there was all these different types of jobs, right? Lash extensions or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, like their job description, but I remember that was on there. There was like a dentist assistant or something. I don't know. Anywho, reached out to me. And at first we were moving and I was like, hey, I can't do anything like right now, we're moving, da 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 da. So they messaged me and they were like, hey, Tingley, she said, or he, I don't even know who this person is. They're like, ma'am. And I was like, oh yeah, like how much is it for a portrait thing, They were like, oh, it's $50. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. Like, you're gonna take, I'm gonna send you some pictures of myself and you're gonna like make it into a cartoon with like, I wanted my planner, I wanted the budget, cash stuffing, envelope stuff, my desk. I was like, that's not bad. That's actually pretty cheap, you know? So at first, it was like $50, so I sent that over. And then they were like, oh, well, I want to do something different. We can do this and this and this. And they were sending me like, oh, which style do you like? And da 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 da. So legit questions. But then they were like, oh, if you want something extra, it would be $30. And I'm like, okay. Like, again, like not getting scam vibes per se. Because, like I said, like custom, if it's a real person, custom art, I know it's going to cost money. Like this person's taking their time turning my face into a cartoon, right? So I messaged him back and I was like, I can't do 30. Like I have to wait until I get paid. Like I did not budget this at all. This was just something random. So I told them I can't do 30. They're like, okay, well, I'll wait until you get paid again. I'm like, okay, whatever. So just asked a bunch of questions, sent pictures over, sent my planner and stuff over, all that jazz. So, um, so moving on for that day, we did get our deposit back from the KOA, which was awesome that night when we came home. I also got Timu Happy Meal, the start of an addiction of shopping at Timu. And then I made the sausage and tater tot stuff for breakfast for the next day, and we watched some more SpongeBob. We're on a kick. We're on a SpongeBob kick for sure, especially if we want to watch something quick. It's always been SpongeBob for a hot minute. Then I just laid in bed, watched YouTube videos, and then Wednesday, kind of woke up early. Couldn't remember if it was a cat or just me, and I was cutting my savings challenges, the ones that were double-sided, but I was cutting them up, and then I messaged that person back. I'm like, hey, I have the 30, and they're like, okay, go ahead and, send it over or whatever. So I send them over. They're like, okay, it would take me like 6 to 7 hours, which seemed reasonable, like whatever. And they're like, okay, I'll message you when I'm done. I'm like, cool. So then had coffee and breakfast, did dishes, and then we left early as well to go open. We went to the UPS to pick up the print job that I redid. And then we also opened a P.O. box, which I don't know if it's really called a P.O. box since it's at the UPS store, but a mailbox there. Because how our rental that we're staying at right now, how it's all set up is that it's one big house, and they took their office or a section of the side of their house and they turned it into what we're renting, which is a one bedroom, one bathroom, kind of like an apartment little thing. So the mailboxes are side by side, but then it's like you can see their front door or their pathway to their front door from the street, but you can't really tell that on the other side of the house there's like another door. But you have to, I guess you would just know because there's two mailboxes, but sometimes it gets confusing. So some of my stuff has been sent over there and vice versa. Sometimes I get their mail. So I thought, like, you know what? Just to be safe and sorry, I want to be safe and sorry. Let's just open up a box. So then if it's stuff that's not from Amazon, that they're so easy to like refund or resend, we'll send it to the P.O. box. So open that up, went to work. We were almost late to work. I think we arrived just on time. Like it was cutting it close, but went to work, worked all day, and came home and watched SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, so then for Thursday, I woke up early, did the dishes, cut some more savings challenges. Trying to see, and I think I didn't even write it in, but you'll see it on my memory spread. I think it was Thursday. My sister texted me, my youngest sister texted me and told me that she was engaged. So super excited. And it was, I was so happy for her. Her ring that she got, she's half Irish, and she has the red hair that she got from my stepdad. And her ring has a beautiful diamond and then emeralds on the sides of it. So it's perfect for her. It's like the perfect ring for her. It's really, really pretty. So super excited for my sister. So I was texting and talking to her for a little bit while I was cutting the saving challenges and watching YouTube. I was doing that because I was up like at least like an hour or more earlier than what I normally normal than I wake up. So and then I think the person messaged me about the artwork. I think saying that they were still working on it, that they should have it finished later on that day. And I was like, oh, awesome. That's, perfect. My sister just told me she was engaged and that my artwork's going to be done. Like, this is exciting. So, because again, I thought this was like a legit person. And they're like, oh, congrats, da 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 da. So then we went to work, nothing out of the ordinary with that conversation. So had coffee and breakfast. Um, I placed a pickup order for groceries. When we came home, I did a budget. Before we came home, we ran over to the grocery store because the grocery store that I was doing the pickup order didn't have like the vegan cheese that we needed, and I think that was it. We bought more than vegan cheese, so we went to a different store, got some vegan cheese and some snacks and that kind of stuff. Because of course you go in when you're hungry. Got that, came home, did some budgeting. We watched the Next Level Chef, and I ate nacho man. Mm, mm. Oh, and also work asked us to come in early the next day, so it was like, okay, we need to go to bed early so we can wake up early, which kind of did not happen. I mean, we went to bed earlier than we normally would have, but it wasn't, I don't think, early enough. But it was fine. It was busy, but it was fine. So for Friday, um, woke up early, and then we didn't make it to the bank because originally I was hoping to go to the bank Friday morning before work. So then I had everything that I needed for to do my savings challenge video on Saturday because we had the whole weekend planned. It was so exciting. But we literally just like woke up, got ready for work. I packed our lunch and we left. We went to Starbucks. The bank wasn't even open yet. The bank opened at 9 and we had to be at work at 9. So that didn't work out. So we went to work and it was like extremely busy. It was definitely a run around kind of day and get stuff done. So did it. We didn't have to stay late though. We thought that we might have to stay until our normal time, which is 7:30. But luckily we got a lot of stuff done, so they didn't need us to stay, which overtime would have been nice, but at the same time it was kind of like we were exhausted. We were ready to go home. So we went and picked up our groceries, came home, emptied everything, and I pulled stickers for my memory spread that you're watching right now. And I listened to YouTube videos. And of course, we watched SpongeBob while we ate dinner. Didn't write what we had for dinner, so I'm not sure. I did message the person and I was like, hey, sorry, I was like really busy at work. Sorry that I didn't get to, message you or whatever. And they were like, yeah, I was busy. I'm busy too. Like, I'll talk to you tomorrow or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever. I know how those things are. So I hope I didn't disconnect to my phone. That was weird. Anyways, I thought my AirPods connected to my phone while I'm trying to talk to you guys on my computer. I was like, that's not gonna work. Anywho, so then Saturday comes. So, okay. So Saturday was Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everybody. So we had like a busy day planned, which most of it happened and we'll just get into it. So we woke up kind of early because Vince had to take the Jeep to go get its oil changed. The appointment was at 9 o'clock. So we woke up around 8 or so. Um, I got coffee. Poor Vince, I don't think he got coffee, but he went to go get the oil change done and go to the bank. I was staying at home and I was meal prepping and I was doing laundry. So while I'm, meal prepping and doing laundry in between, poor Vince waited 20 minutes just for someone to acknowledge his existence. And then they said, like, oh, it's going to take 4 hours to do the oil change. And he was like, what? Like, I can't do 4 hours. Like, I don't know. We had an appointment with, or not an appointment, an event to go to at Corbell for Earth Day. We were making succulents. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I'll post a picture of our succulents. I haven't done that yet, but I will. Um, but yeah, so we made succulents. So he was like, no, I can't. Like, I have somewhere to be later that day, like today. Like, I can't stick around for 4 hours for an oil change. Ah. So he was like, nope. So he left, and then he called and talked to me about it. So we're just gonna have to go to the other one in Petaluma because this one we had problems with them before, but they're nearby. So now it's just like, nope, not gonna do it. So he just went to the bank and then he came home. I was still meal prepping, so he helped me finish meal prepping and we did some laundry. And then okay, so then I think the person messaged me the photo or a demo. Basically, they wrote done all over it. And it was not cute at all. Like the artwork that they did, I was just like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, so this is a scam. Like I can tell from the artwork that they had on their Instagram was completely opposite from what I received as like, a demo. And I was like, oh my gosh, like at first I'm like crap. So then I didn't know what to respond and they were like, do you like it? Do you need some changes? So I'm like, okay, let's just go with the flow. Let's just play along, right? So I was like, yeah, my face is super dark. Like there was like a lot of shadowing or whatever, and it was like super tan, and you guys could see my hands. Like I am pale. It looks like I am not Cuban at all. I am very pale. So I need the sunlight, I swear. But anyways, I'm really, really pale and I looked not pale. It just looked bad. Everything that I asked for wasn't on there, like nothing. So it's just like, oh my God. And then the confirmation of the scam was, hey, you need to send me $40 so I can upload my file to you. I'm like, you don't need money to upload a file. You don't need money to send me a PNG file. Like, no, like that's no. So I was like, no. I was like, you need to change it. Like, that's not what I look like. I took a screenshot of one of the pictures that they had on their um, Instagram feed or whatever. And I was like, this is like, this is the face, not her face in particular, but I'm like, this is the style of face that I wanted, that I want, but obviously like me. And I really feel like that they just use an app because the planner, because I took a picture of my planner and I was like, if you don't, you don't have to use this color. Like I had a picture of me in scrubs because I wanted to be in scrubs because I'm a healthcare worker. I was like, you don't have to use this color. You can use any other color. They use the same color. They use blue. So they didn't even use the colors that I wanted. And then the planner that I was holding in this cartoon thing actually kind of looked like my planner. So it's almost like they took my planner picture and then just copy and paste it over in some kind of app thing and it shrunk it. Like I could see the colors and I could see some of the designs on it. And I was like, well, that's definitely my planner and my planner cover, but like my face isn't my face. face. My body is not my body. My hair is not my hair. Like it was just all off. So I was just like, no. So I kind of just didn't want to deal with it. I was talking to my husband on it because I felt so bad. I was like, at this point, I spent $80 on this artwork that was a scam. And it didn't look good at all. So, and I showed him the picture. He was like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, I don't know. Apparently, it's me. So, anyways, on the ride over there, I was just like venting and I felt so stupid. And you know, he was very supportive, but still, I was just so annoyed that it happened because, you want to trust people. You think like someone is opening up a small business and selling items on Instagram isn't anything new. There's a lot of people that do it. Etsy has very high um, fees. So if you don't have a website or if you don't get that traffic, but you have a good following, there's some people that do sell on Instagram. So I mean, I don't know, I just didn't. And then when I realized it was a scam, I went back on their profile on Instagram and I'm scrolling through and I'm realizing like no one is claiming that artwork as themselves. They didn't tag anybody in it. And if they did, I went on their profile and the picture's nowhere to be found on their profile. So I'm like, what did you do? Get your friends and family to like pretend to be a customer of yours? Like, shady, 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 shady. So, anyways, we're into the Corbell thing. We did the Earth Day thing. We made their succulents. It was outside, and we were wearing jeans because we didn't have our shorts. It was hot. It was like 80 something degrees. So it was fun, but it was hot. So on the way back home, we stopped by Target, picked up some shorts. Poor Vince, his shorts did not fit, so we're gonna go back and exchange them. But after Target, we went over and got Ike's sandwich. So we had some sandwiches, watched some SpongeBob while we ate, and then I did a little bit of filming. I did this filming. I think I did my playing with me's. Yeah, I did my playing with me's on Saturday. Got those done, and then chilled in bed. I didn't get to game. I wanted to game, and that's what I planned on gaming, but I didn't do it. But yeah. Anyways, so then Sunday. So we stayed up super late Saturday night, and we slept in Sunday. It felt so good to actually sleep in. I woke up a little bit early to go pee, but then I was able to come back to bed and actually go back to sleep, which is nice. So we slept in until like after 9 o'clock, which is sleeping in for us. So it was nice. So we woke up, had some coffee, made some cinnamon rolls, and then started getting ready. I wanted to film, but we didn't have enough time because when I looked up to see how far we had to go pick up our friends, um, we only had like an hour or so. So I think what I did was we organized the money that we got from the bank and everything, and I got some stuff together, but we kind of made a run for it. So we drove down to visit one of our friends. She's a traveler, she works with us, and then we just went down her way. And what we did was we picked her up and we went over to a tiki bar, and then another traveler friend of ours came and met us there, and it was fun. It was so much fun. We had really good drinks, we had good food, and then we walked over and around. This is in Vallejo, California. So we walked around there, the downtown area. There's like a river, and we walked around, and then we went to a whiskey bar and had another drink and some chips. And then by that point, it was like after 4 o'clock. Like it was crazy. We went down there probably about like almost 1 o'clock, and then it was like four already. I was like, oh my gosh, like what? So then we made the drive back home. We were gonna stop by. The plan was to stop by the storage unit, but we were just we were chill, and I knew I had some videos to do, so we just came home. Um, oh, on the way down there though, I did call Wells Fargo because we tried to get a hold of Cash App because that's how I paid the scammer. And I requested through Cash App to them, I requested my money back, which of course they denied. And then I made sure that they couldn't request money out of me because I didn't know how that really worked. I didn't know you could accept or decline. So I made sure that saving that part was off. I made sure the card or whatever Cash App is, I made sure that was off. We contacted Cash App and they were like, sorry, once the payment is accepted, we can't do anything. We can't do refunds or anything. So I'm like, F. So then on the way down there to meet my friend, we I called Wells Fargo and they put in a claim and we'll see what happens. I don't think anything is gonna happen, to be honest, but I'm still hopeful because if they're putting in a claim through, I think that's gonna go through Cash App. And if Cash App already says like, nope, our policy says like once it leaves, and then they sent me something about detecting a scam, and I'm just like, man, just rub it in my face. Just rub it in my freaking face. But so Cash App was completely not helpful, but Wells Fargo is going to be opening up a claim, so we'll see. It's going to take, I think she said like 7 to 10 days, but we'll see. I don't know, but so yeah, so that I did do that. I did do that. I contacted my bank, and I was just like, it was fraud. It was scammed. I was scammed. So we'll see. But yeah, we headed home, and then I started filming. I did my savings challenge video, which, oh my gosh, I can't believe it was an hour long. Like, I can't believe I stood there doing that for an hour. It didn't feel like it. It honestly didn't. We were having fun. Vince came out and he helped me with one of the challenges, one of the games. So he got to play too. And it was fun, but I didn't realize until I uploaded the video onto my computer to edit that it's like an hour long. And I'm like, oh, long video, but it's okay. So yeah, I did some of that and then cleaned up my desk. I also filmed um, the Temu haul that I got earlier that week. Filmed that. Yeah. And then I finished up the laundry because there were still some things I wanted to wash. Took care of that. Then took a shower. We kind of had some ramen watching SpongeBob. And then, yeah, here I am doing the voiceover. But yeah, so definitely had a fun weekend. It was definitely crazy and busy, but it was so much fun. I'm glad that we got to get out and explore part of more of California. But yeah, so just take my story and just protect yourself, you guys. Like, definitely do your research. I think if I would have looked at their profile a little bit closely, I would have been like, no. But I didn't. Um, I thought someone else on YouTube had similar artwork. So in my head, I thought like, oh, this must be the same person. No. So, so just make sure that, just double check, do your research, and just make sure. Because, yeah, don't fall into the same trap that I did. And then I made sure, like, if any of my friends were following that person, I messaged them and I told them, like, do not follow this person, do not place an order with this person, it's a scam, and da 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 da. So, because I can see who my friends are following, it shows you on Instagram. So I message my friends, like, don't, it's a scam. So at least I was able to protect them. I can't protect everybody. I did um, flag their Cash App with Cash App, I guess. Like, you can hit saying like this person is a scam. Um, I am probably going to do it with Instagram. I was waiting to see what Wells Fargo was going to say to make sure I didn't need any more information or whatever. And I think they were going to create a different Cash App anyways. So I guess it doesn't really matter. So I will be flagging them and blocking them on Instagram. I already took my screenshots of our conversations and everything. So it's basically out of my hands. So we'll see what Wells Fargo has to say. So hopefully I'll get my money back. If not, then I learned a lesson the hard way, but such is life, right? Yeah. Um, I don't think I have much of an update other than that later on my mom is going to come and visit. Super excited. She's going to buy our truck from us. She got a camper. Well, she placed an order for a camper. So they went ahead and got our truck because she said that they did some research and there's no trucks in their area that have like the tow package and everything that they need for their camper. Um, there was a small amount that didn't have like, the cameras or some other features that she wanted that were really, really expensive. So they both agreed that it would be a good deal and worth flying from Florida to come to Cali to pick up the truck and drive it home. So I do have a nice truck. I gotta say, like I love my truck and I'm glad it's staying in the family because it is a really good truck. So she's coming in May 12th. So I might not have a play with me video, might not have budget videos because normally I film those on the weekends. It would definitely be a hanging out with mom. We're thinking about heading up to the redwood forest and hitting the coast, maybe like Glass Beach and that kind of stuff. Um, it's going to be definitely a drive. It's definitely going to be, getting an Airbnb or a cabin or something. So I have to look that up. I told her I was going to look that up, and I totally did not do that. So maybe while I'm laying in bed, uploading videos and editing, maybe I'll do that because, yeah, I totally did not. So, yeah, I'm super excited. So, and it's funny too, she didn't realize it was Mother's Day weekend because I was like, oh, by the way, Corbell's actually having an event. We could do that if you want, but I don't think we're actually gonna go. But anyways, I was like, yeah, it's Mother's Day weekend. She's like, oh, I didn't even know. So it works out perfectly. I get to see my mom for Mother's Day. So yay! But yeah, they're gonna fly in on during the week, so hopefully we can get that day off. I'm gonna message my boss to see if she can give me that one day off because then they're leaving Monday morning. So I really only gonna have Friday, Saturday, Sunday with them. So, but yeah, super excited. Um, and then yeah, my sister getting engaged. We can go back and talk about that for a little bit since I'm on Sunday. I'll catch up. Anyways, my sister's thinking about maybe postponing the wedding or being engaged for 2 years, which, she's going to be graduating with her master's in ocean engineering, which is awesome. She's a smart one in the family for sure. So I told her, I was like, you know what, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with taking your time. Like, you know, settling with your new place. Her fiance already had an apartment and he has his big boy job. I think he has his master's in engineering. That's where they met, was at school. And I don't know what type of engineering, but I know it's engineering. So she's gonna move in with him and then hopefully get a job in her ocean engineering field and work in it. And I told her that's great. Like, get into your job, get into your career, like start working, And I think it's because they're gonna save up money for their own wedding and pay for everything. So I have 2 years to save up for that because who knows where we're gonna be. Hopefully, we had our tiny house in Colorado, but just in case we don't and we're still traveling, I would like to have start saving money for that because we would have to, fly from wherever we're at and have a dress and the whole 9 yards. So, which will be really, really fun. So I'm glad that I'm gonna have 2 years to plan for it and budget for it, and also, to get her a really cool wedding gift. My sister, her name is Caroline. So for budgeters, there's letters on the bills. So I'm gonna save her sea bucks, and hopefully in 2 years I'll have a good amount of sea bucks, and I'll put it in a shadow box, and that'll be her gift. But all right, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have a great day or night whenever you guys are watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.